I'm so paranoid for these wolves, and I mean, not even one has shown up yet. Shuts off whatever I need to do, hit K a couple of times, and Bob's your uncle. Hi guys, and welcome back to a new episode of Space Engineers. Last time we started our survival base and built it right here. We got this basic assembler done. In this episode, I think what we want to do is we want to build us a little rover so that we can start looking for some ore. And basically we also want to be able to explore this area a little bit more than we've done so far. So let's get down to it. So I'm using this here light armor slope 2x1x1 base. So it's easier for the rover to get up. Like so. So normally I'd make a rotor and just cut off the head and add a small head to it. That's the way I would build this. But now with the progression stuff and with me having absolutely no resources, this is how we'll do it. Metal grids. No, metal grids needs cobalt, right? For sure we have to try that. So 6. Okay, I can build this any which way we like. Oh, another thing. Another thing I really want. A programmable block. So what do we need for a programmable? Because I want in my Space Engineer's life, we need Issy. There, Issy. We need Issy's build. No, Issy, we're going to use a lot of his grid, but we're going to use Issy's inventory manager. So, for the color palette of this, so the name of this color is Luminous Vivid Tangelo, and it was 2300. Luminous Vivid Tangelo. And yep, that will be one of our main build colors from now on. I'm going to make my entire base based I'm going to base my entire inventory handling system on Issy's inventory manager. I used to use Tim. It's a lot of back and forth now, because I guess Tim stopped, or Taladin, because Tim is for Taladin inventory manager. He stopped updating it, and people are having problems with it now and whatever. I think, if you want to get really down and dirty with it, it's a more powerful inventory manager, especially if you want to kind of micromanage it. But if you just want something that works, just use Issy's because it's really great. The only problem I have with it is it's not really good for automatically putting like components into your welding ship or something like that. So the programmable block. Edit. Let's browse my scripts. Issy's dock chip. Issy's inventory manager. Copy to editor. Let's see if there's anything we want to do here in the settings. Okay, we'll look into this more when in it. Check the code. And okay. And off he goes. And we can make LCD screens to get whatever kind of status reports from Tim in the future that we want to. I'm sorry, Issy. I'm sorry, Issy. We can make all sorts of changes and, put LCD screens, whatever we need to, is to make... oh yeah, that's right. I was going to start building the ship, but we wanted to see about the build and repair system, and here it is. Bob! lovely Bob. What do we need to build you? I mean, it's almost irrelevant what we need because we'll be building you anyway. Let's see now. Need more iron. Okay. You know what that means? We're off to the mines again. I don't know if it's just a feeling, but I feel like when I'm drilling into the stone instead of the dirt up there, you know, that this yields more. I mean, at least that it yields more of these pebbles. I don't know if anyone of you guys can confirm that or not. I also need to build an O2H2 generator. They used to be called oxygen generators, you know, which was a little bit easier to say, probably. Let's get back to the dirty white. So what Izzy's doing is that he's decided this should be the ores container. Basically, I need a couple of more containers then, so I can get something for that can, you know, give Tim the idea, or I'm sorry, give Izzy the idea that this one needs to be components. But I can go ores, ingots. Let's call it components as well. Components. This is now going to auto put the components in here. Ah, there. So it works. Yeah, that's what we want. The problem with starting this one up now is that it's going to try to weld everything around here. So it will eat all of my resources for a while. So, you know, maybe I will actually turn it off once I built it. Look, it switched off. You know, so now it's going to start trying to build everything around us. And that's going to suck my drive for resources for a while. So, we're going to toggle the block off for now. We need to go look for some ores. Because, you know, this whole shebang with digging for stone is not going to work. We need to map out some ores so that we can actually get some more dense. I mean, I guess iron ore produces more iron per pebble than the stone, if you catch my drift. We want light armor blocks because I need those and I want those, and yeah, that's what I want for now. And then I want wheels, and I want the 3x3 wheels because those are, so we do left and right. And then we need a battery. We need a battery. We're not going for small battery because, and we need a connector. I put connectors on all my ships. Connect. Come on, help me. Well, it's a progress thing. Come on, connectors. Connectors. What do we need for a connector? I need to build a conveyor of some sort. Okay, so let's build a conveyor of some sort then. Just put a conveyor here. Put a conveyor in between there because I'm probably going to hook up this cockpit anyway. There. We put the first set of wheels there. There. Then we do like so. Five. That one for that one. Put the next set of wheels here. Look, if we look really minimalistic at this thing, so what do we absolutely need? I don't maybe want to build a useless vehicle here, but let's see. I'm going to want 4 sets of wheels. 4, 9. So that's the 1, 2, 3rd set of wheels will be here, and we want one more set of wheels. You know, guys, give me some feedback. Do you want to see me building in survival, or do you want to see the building more, you know, made in, done in creative, and then just printed here in the survival world? We'll probably be doing a little bit of both, but you know, do you have a preference? Please let me know. You know, because I mean, interaction is why I'm putting this out on YouTube. You know. It's because I want to interact with you guys, learn from you guys, maybe teach you guys a couple of tricks. But so this will be the base of our little rover here. So initially, I think maybe I'll just put the first 2 sets of wheels on this thing. Let's see, left. That was 6, right? Left, yeah, 3x3 suspension left. If you have a trouble finding out which side is which on these suspensions, you can tell that, you know, the damper there on the top that goes diagonally down and to the right, that's supposed to be up. So like so, and then the right wheels. There, come on. Oh, we can add the wheel later. So wheel suspension right, add wheel. This is 1, and this is 4. That's 1, and this is 4. So what we're going to call this rover? This rover needs a name. I want to have my ship connected up. So let's see, conveyor, small conveyor blocks. Let's put these 2 here on the side so that we can... I mean, this is non-essential, right? But whatever. I want them. I want my ships and my rovers to be properly connected up. So what more am I going to put on this for now? Of course, I need a battery on this thing. So that's a no-brainer. Oh my, you know, maybe I should have put the battery further to lower the center of gravity on this thing as far as possible. Let's see now. But what are we on? Which of those are we on? We are on 8. No, because what do I really want on this? I want a battery, and I want a cargo container. I want a Gatling gun. I don't need that now. I need it in the future. On the remote control, looking backwards. So let's take that first, or the remote control. Okay, let's make a third one. The remote control, gyros. If I flip over, I want a connector. I want a Gatling turret. No, not a Gatling turret. Okay, so that's a progression thing. I want interior lights. Okay. But so this is start. I put... So the front of this one is where you have the light, the one that's turning towards us now. And this which looks like a wheel or something, is up. I want this pointing backwards. Okay, the easiest way to use these remote controls is to point them the way that you will be facing when you're using them, you know, so that you don't have to define other directions and stuff. This will be pointing backwards, and that's so that when I'm backing up with this thing, I can just select the remote control, I can select the backwards looking camera, and then you can just basically, when you're backing, you just use the controls like you're driving forward. Okay, it's a good thing that we don't that the battery is not on the bottom, you know, because there's a little bit of armor to protect it. So we need 20 power cells and 2 computers. Basically, behind this, let's think now. We want a medium cargo container. The medium cargo connector. Okay. So I want it pointing backwards. So maybe how many of these can we fit? We can fit 1. Starts there, and 2, and then the connector behind it. Okay, that will be perfect. And so let's just say we do it like this, right? Right. I'm maybe not going to weld up both of those yet, but let's see. Okay, we put the connector back here, because then it will, hello, it will join up with the large connection. And I mean, if you saw my pilot episode, you know, I'm basing this off the design of the same ship I built there, or the little rover I had there. There's no secret, but I'm trying to build this anew, you know, because that was by no means a perfect vehicle. So let's see in the progression how we can build a Gatling. What happened now? So let's see in the progression how we can build a Gatling turret. So that's a Gatling turret, and we need to build the assembler first. So to build the assembler, I just can't remember the size of this thing, you know? I can't remember the size. Because it's like it has bearing on, I want it as low as possible. So I was hoping I can put it here, but okay, let's skip that for now. Sun is going down. Wow. You know, this place is quite open, and I think, you know, we're going to put some solar panels up here. It's going to be great. So there, that's the thing more or less. I mean, we can build this as well. The ore detector is going to sit in between these. I had a detector component, right? Did you put that detector component somewhere? You know, I'm thinking I'll put some gyros on this thing, just in case we need to get some assistance getting up from some stupid stuff that we get up to. Some more steel plates are needed, and some more construction components. Now what you can do is to put them on an override and then just turn them off. So the override will help you flip the entire car if you kind of... The problem is actually with some of these cars that you end up falling backward or forwards. That's why I built it so long that I've had this, because with the Rover I had back in the other world, that was the problem I kept getting. You know. Yeah, whatever. So, what more do we need? Oh yeah. We need a camera. We need a camera. Camera. The antenna was a progression thing, was it? Antenna. Can you tell where the antenna is? Basic. This is the antenna. I need to build a beacon. Okay, build a beacon then. Beacons. You know, this is a... This thing I never used these, you know. But maybe it's more for a multiplayer world or whatever. But for the progression system, you need steel plate. Oh, thank you. Come on. We can put it back here, you know. I mean, just we can put it here. You know, if anyone have any, you know, you can put in the comment if you have any great idea why I should keep this. We can put the antenna here. I'd like to keep it more protected, but then again, I want to like keep this area here for the Gatling turret. So this is 1, 2, 3. I don't think I can fit a Gatling turret in there, but we can move all of this backward and try to get it in this height. I think I want that. So let's get the antenna, and you know, it's not a super essential component, so we put it there. I mean, it's not for now, at least. Radio communication components. I think that this is okay. So, you know, I know that we could probably drive this around and whatever, and then I'd have to lift it in some way, form or fashion. I mean, all you can do is just build a couple of pistons and lift the thing, you know. But say, you know, is it less hassle to just put the wheels on right now? Maybe yes, it is. So this is the right side, 7. So let's just put it. Oh, come on. Yep. And there. And the left side. The reason why I'm putting them forwards first is that then I know that the number, the smallest number will be the one that is forward. So let's see, wheels, wheel suspension, left 2, and wheel suspension left 3. That will be 2, and this will be 3. You know, setting up wheels used to be really tricky. It used to be really tricky. I mean, hopefully, you know, like next episode will be us building a small miner, and then we don't have to do this stuff anymore. I have a really cool design for a mining drone. I don't know if we'll be using that first or we'll be do a manual miner first. The mining, I mean, I'm mining it manually anyway, but you know, it's a drone that I just radio control, which I think is quite cool. So let's get the rifle up. Prepare to meet the wolves. You know, I have wolves turned on, but not a single one has shown up so far. You ate all the iron already? One greedy bastard, that's for sure. Back again with a full inventory of what's more or less dirt. These here suspensions are a bit hard to weld, you know. You need to aim close to where they're fixed to the block. Let's sort that thing out for you. So basically, we can cut this boy down now, can't we? You know. We need to give you some kind of spotlights. Well, that's stupid. Oh, come on. Maybe I don't want it down there. Maybe I want it up here somewhere. Like, is there a fixing on the sides of these? I will put it there for now. Do those. Interior plates, okay. Then the spotlights. So this will be spotlight 1 and 2. So what shall we call this rover? The buggy. Let's call it the buggy. Buggy. Spotlights. Save. Info. You are now the buggy. Panel. Spotlights. And 245. Come on. 245. Why not work? 245. 245. 220. It's more of a warm light. And the buggy spotlights. Full radius and more intensity. Okay. Also going to put some interior lights on this guy so that we can see where we are. I'm stuck in between the wheels, come on. Because that's really helpful when you're driving around. Let's put some red lights on the back. I had interior lights here somewhere, didn't I? So light, interior lights. We'll put some red interior lights here. Oh, I need to install build vision, you know. Because then you can, access stuff directly. It's so much easier. Let's just call them red. Red. And these two will be part of buggy. Interior lights. Save. And what's the red color? It's right, left, left, isn't it? Yep. So those two. There. And where do we put these? Is that a thing? You know? On the front of those? You'd think they get murdered for being there, you know, but So we have our other interior lights. Let's go, that's the same color for these. Let's go 245, 245, and 220. And for this one, we're going to increase the radius and the intensity of them. And then we go for all of these and we save that group. Okay. Now I need a camera, I need a backing camera. I could put it on top here later, but okay, let's just put it 3, 6. I got it here. This camera, the job of this camera will be to help me align this thing when I'm going to park it and hook it up to different kind of connectors. What do we need for that? We need 3 computers. 3 computers, and we're almost running out of hydrogen here. 3 computers. You know, it's already getting old running around this car, so now I need timer blocks. And where to put them, where to put them, where to put them. I'd like to put them where those 2 connectors are. I'm probably going to need more than 2, to be honest. So, okay. Is it unreasonable to think that we're going to use the space back here for... I'm considering taking this cargo container down, basically. What we can do, we can fit 1 more battery. Not that it's ever going to need that much power, though. But then we can... Let's build 1 more battery, you know, it's just 8. Gives it more power. Okay, so... there. "20 power cells." Now there is space for timer blocks here, no matter like how big the turret may be. How much do I want it really forward? I want it as forward probably as possible. The turret. No. This battery is going to change because I'm going to fit the build and repair system there. Okay, so sorry, mate, you have to go. So let's see now. The build and repair system. We're going to fit the build and repair system. Oh, come on. There. That means we have no more space for the... Oh, we could move the whole thing 1 block back. Or forward. Now I don't like you anymore. Now I don't like you anymore. And I don't like the fact that this is sitting on a... Okay, we need to make some changes. Changes must be made. Okay, so we will put 5. you there. And I will put the connector on top of that one. Like so. For that's now a medium cargo container. Let's just check. Yep, that's correct.
Energy low.
So I hope we're not shifting the center of gravity on this thing too far backwards now. 3. The build and repair system. We have a battery here somewhere. Battery here. I have a battery on 8. Yes. Now I think we can fit the timer blocks comfortably here. 2, 3, 4, and I can move the antenna back here because it needs to be in a more. And then I think we have enough space for that. Turret. But I mean, until we do that, let's just do it like this. That construction components. So I need construction components. I usually use like one startup timer, or docking. I mean launch timer and one docking timer. So let's see now. This antenna, we call it Buggy antenna. Battery 2, battery 1, beacon, well, just turn it off, connector, and we call it Buggy connector, gyroscope 1 and 2. And this gyroscope we're going to group up, Buggy, gyros, save, turn them off. We'll see if we need them for something. Medium cargo container 3. What's we have? Okay, so we only have one. We call it Buggy medium cargo container so that we know. Ore detector, headlight, build and repair system. We are going to name Buggy, unless we do need to do some stuff with it. Spotlight 1 and 2. Oh, we got those called Buggy spotlights, right? And timer block 2, timer block 1. So for the wheels, let's first of all just name these Buggy wheels. Buggy wheels. Let's save them. Alright. Okay. It's maybe an idea to save, quick save before we start messing with the settings on the wheels. Whoa! Oh, wow, okay. We need to adjust this things on the wheels. So let's do, okay, there. So let's go into the menu and start setting up the suspension. So let's do first 1 and 1. They are going to steer, yes. We're going to reduce the steering angle, I think, to 18 degrees. And for the backmost wheels, they are also going to steer. We're going to reduce the steering angle to, I'll say 16 degrees. Maybe that's a bit much. Oh, that's good. Let's do that. And for 2 and 3, like the middle wheels, they are not going to do any steering. Okay, so let's go into the common settings for them. Let's reduce the power to 40. The strength is the strength of the transmit. Like power is propulsion. That's how much. Say, imagine that there's an electromotor driving these, and that's the power comes from here. You know, the strength. Let's try with 10%. That's a good idea. Height offset. Let's go somewhere in the middle. Around 10. I'll just usually change it. 180 is way too much. Let's go there somewhere. We're going to change that. Propose no. Steering on no. Okay. And then let's go into the timer. So you timer. First timer block is going to turn everything on. So setup actions. Let's see. What do we need? We need, first of all, we need them to disconnect. No, batteries. Batteries. We have no group for the batteries. We want a group for the batteries. So let's go see batteries. We call these Buggy underscore batteries. Save, that's okay. So let's go into the timer block. Setup actions. So the batteries. Buggy batteries. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Is anything wrong with that group? What happens if I press it? Is there anything more than the batteries? Ah, the timer joined in on it. Thank you. So a timer, block 1, setup actions, batteries. Okay, we want to discharge on. Okay, that's so we have power on the grid. Then, I mean, we should build a reactor on this one as well, you know. I heard something. I heard something walk. I heard something walk. Is there a wolf here?
Fuel critical.
Come on. Okay, so I was talking about the reactor. Maybe we should put that on later, but okay, we can leave space for that. So what more do you want to happen? Okay, so we want the connector to unlock. Why is there nothing here now? Are we in the correct timer? G. No, we're not going to be in the G menu. We're going to in the timer menu. Timer block 1, thank you. Setup actions. So, Buggy connector, unlock. Buggy antenna, toggle block on. Well, let's see now. The gyros, we're going to leave those off. Let's see what we got groups for here. So, we're going to put the interior lights, toggle box on. And we're going to put the spotlights on. That's it's okay. Yeah, and we turned the ore detector on. So that's what we do for the timer block 1, and we call this timer block 1, and we call it Buggy launch timer block 1. So copy, and we're going to call this timer block docking. You can call them on or off, do whatever you like, you know, but so let's see now. So the actions for this, the docking, would be first to connect the connector, you know, lock the connector. Then it would be to set the recharge on the batteries, to toggle if the gyros on, to toggle them off, to toggle off the interior lights, to toggle off the spotlights. We would toggle off the beacon, we would toggle off the antenna, and we would toggle off the build and repair system. We don't want the build and repair system. Oh, we forgot the ore detector. Yeah, the ore detector. Toggle block off. We don't want the build and repair system to be on by default. Okay, so let's see now. We want G. I want the remote control to be on 8. We're going to do control. Then we want the timer launch, time block launch to be on 1. Trigger now. What more do we want? We want to be able to control the wheels. So wheels. Why are they like this? I want to increase, let's say, increase speed limit and to decrease speed limit. Then I want my toggle for the lights and toggle for the spotlights, and we want the build and repair system. We want a toggle for that one, and ore detector can be on by default, doesn't really matter, I guess. I mean, we got 14 hours on this thing. It's almost insane. Let's see now. So we have the ore detector, and let's boost up the range on that and broadcast and all that good stuff. See, that hardly mattered. Okay, so what we want to do now for the remote control, right? Just imagine that I want to back out of here. So you remote control. We set this for the main remote control. We set an assigned camera, though this is, I didn't make a camera. Okay, we need a camera. Oh yeah, that's right, back here. Right, okay. So where did we put the camera? On 6. Yeah, we want the camera. The way to see the alignment of the camera, if you can see that there's like a little dot, and you know, it's, the camera is looking at you correctly. It's on the lower left. That's how you can tell. Couple of computers. What more do you need? Oh no, just 2 computers. So, no, not the G menu. Let's rename that camera. Camera 2. So, home. I call it Buggy. Camera oft. Or docking. Let's call it docking. You know, we can say that. See that the camera view is correct. Okay, and let's go into the G menu. No, not the G menu. We wanted to look at the remote control. And we call this the Buggy remote control. We want to assign a camera for it. Buggy camera docking there. Okay, so let's go pick up some ice because yeah, we need ice for the H2O2 generator. So the idea now is I need to back up, right? I'm on, and I'll use 8. And as you can see, when I'm sitting in the grid, it doesn't react by giving me the correct camera. So what I usually do is I put the camera also on 8. This will work, I mean, the assigning a camera to Dotball will work if not sitting on the grid, I think. So, but now we can just hit 8 again and take off the brakes, and yeah, there we are, So that's good. Let's put the brakes back on and do one more thing, because I want a timer for I want the docking, no, yeah, the docking timer to be on 9. Trigger now. So basically, back up to something, press 9, shuts off whatever I need to do, hit K a couple of times, and Bob's your uncle. So let's take the buggy down to, let's see, maybe I need another one, let's say for the wheels. Raise and lower suspension. Increase height offset and decrease height offset. Thank you. I had one block for turning this thing off, right? I want to get back into the to the buggy. I press 1, bam. It's now fully operational. Since I'm backing out, I'm going like this, 8, and then 8 again. Brakes off. Wow, there's a lot of power on this thing, but it's very light. And I can just get out from the... Let's see how that looks from the side. Okay. Well, that doesn't look very smooth. Maybe we should increase the height offset a little bit. C2, increase the height offset. Okay, so that's down. Let's go a little bit up. I don't want to be on the max, Okay, super. Let's see that the steering is correct. So, yep. I feel that it's very responsive. Maybe we should reduce the power a bit. So let's see now. How do we get down from here? Because there's like this little gully here. I think the gully is the word, yeah. And I was thinking that we could try to find... It's almost like a ridge going like this. And I was thinking that, yeah, like here. Yes, perfect. Perfect. That's just what I wanted to see. Yeah. Cool. How cool is this? Yes. Let's, drive somewhere that we can do like some ice mining, and I don't know if there... I didn't see from above, but maybe there's some dark spots here somewhere so that we can tell if there's different ores under the ice. I mean, there's no... It's not news for us that there's ice here, right? Nice. We're driving around. We got 12 hours of power. I'm not happy with the with the light at all. Okay, so what we can do there, we can go in and raise the lower, the backward or the off tires a little bit. I mean, so we can go into the wheels. Let's give that suspension a bit more strength. Let's say we go 15 on the okay, so on 4 we want to go, so 12 now just to change it, and then 15, and then on 3, so 3 and 3, let's say a strength of 12, and then on 2, let's say 2 and 2, let's go with a strength of 11. Let's see, does this give it a little bit of a, well, not much, but I think maybe, you know, it will tip the car a little bit forwards when we have when we get some cargo on board. When I flew around here, you know, there's this valley at this end of the lake, and it has this really, it's really flat and nice. I really like this area. Look at this. Yeah. No signals, I don't care. So, anyways, let's just make ourselves something of a nice mine here somewhere. Here, I guess, is as good as any.
Fuel critical.
Yeah. 4. Yeah, so that's what I wanted, like a hole that I can traverse. I'll go a little bit further down. Maybe like that. Cargo. Right there. And how much? 3, I can 10 times. That's not going to happen. So let's start moving. Let's continue going down for a little while. And then we're going to do the same trick that we did in the other mine, which is basically trying to make like a depression that the pellets will drop into. We will not be doing this manually for very long. That is for certain, you know. So I guess now that we've got some ice and can, the next thing we need is cobalt. Okay, we need to rename the cargo container. So it will be I. So we can go I, and then just drag the whole thing over. You know, I think, you know, just this little amount we collected now was more than we had in the drop pod to start with.
Inventory full.
Yep. I'm so
Critical.
paranoid for these wolves, and I mean, not even one has shown up yet. I like this little rover, you know. when we get Gatling on top there, now I can feel more safe because I got this one, or this one has my back. I'll feel better, you know. And look at this area, man. Look at this area. I look so forward, you know, to building one of those planes and flying around and just exploring a little bit, because man, they put some this the way I understand it, these worlds here are not procedurally generated, you know? That means that someone designed all of this. Man, the work that must have gone into this. Okay, let's increase the speed a bit. Okay, before we do anything stupid now. So let's quick save. And yeah, around 100 miles, no, not miles, but kilometers an hour is manageable speed on this one. Let's see, yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to do the tippy over kind of things. And there's our base, and we can slow down a little bit before, okay, you know, when you start talking, that's the things that happen. Let's turn off, so these annoying things on the HUD. But look here, and you know, with 4 wheels, we should be able to traverse this little hill. We're in no way, shape, or form heavily loaded, you know, but so here, 8. You know, makes your space engineer life a bit easier. Then brakes on. 9. Power is down almost. And the thing is, your power is down now without depowering the grid, you know?
Critical.
Which I think, you know, would be quite critical if, say, you were on a server that did auto deletion of grids that are depowered. So let's get this all over here. The good stuff. Now we should be able to refill our hydrogen bottles. Our hydrogen bottles. And yeah, it's already there. This is fantastic, you know. We're ready for the wolves. We are ready for the wolves. And on that note, we built this thing here today. We built it here in our base, and that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.